Hi everybody, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I do a gel pedicure. I'd highly recommend that you do this after a shower or a bath just to make sure that your feet are clean and just to soften them up a bit. Right now I'm using a foot rasp to soften or remove rather the callus on the side of my big toe, as well as to lift the dead skin on my heels, as well as other dry areas under my feet. If you feel like you don't need to use a foot rasp, then don't do it because it might hurt you. Now that the dead skin is lifted, I'm going to use a foot file to file all over my feet until they are smooth to the touch, paying special attention to the heel as well as the side of my big toe. I'm also just filing the callus on my big toe. I don't even feel the file. It's not hurting at all. So yeah, it's fine. If you do have something like this and you want to scrape it off, then feel free to do so. When I do my pedicures, I like to sit on the floor on a pillow, and what you see there is a towel. So I use a towel surface just to protect the floor, because sometimes I'll be using acetone, for example, and that can damage your floors, gel polishes, the dead skin that's falling off. So I prefer to work on a towel surface. It's just safe. If you don't have a towel, it's completely fine. You can use a towel, just put it on the floor. I like to just protect these wooden floors, so that's why. By now your feet are looking dusty. It's all that dead skin that you just removed. And to clean that up, I'm just going to use a big brush. It's a big poofy brush that I got from Clicks. And I'm just going to also clean that towel surface, so I always have a clean surface to work on. Just removing any leftover dust using this face cloth that I use for my pedis. I'm just spritzing some sanitizer on my toes, and I'm using a metal cuticle pusher, and I am gently pushing away my cuticles. Make sure that you push down in an angle and not straight towards the cuticle, because it might lift and you will hurt yourself. Now that I'm done pushing my cuticles, it is time for me to clip them off using a cuticle clipper. Guys, you do not clip off what you can't see. You don't clip off anything that doesn't look lifted. You only clip off something that looks lifted. Any extra dead skin around your nail, you clip that off. Because if you forcefully clip off your cuticles, you will hurt yourself. The reason why we clip off our cuticles is because You want your manicure to look neat, you want it to last, and you don't want any lifting. Now I'm just grabbing a 180 grit file and I'm filing down the length of my toenail. When you are filing down, you need to do so in a straight motion so that it results in a square shaped toenail. This will prevent any ingrown toenails, and personally I just like the look of a square toenail. I think it just looks pretty. After I'm done filing down the length, I'm just buffing off, or filing rather, any surface shine on the natural nails. This will help to not cause any lifting. It's going to help the gel polish to adhere to the nail. Before I apply the gel polish, I like to moisturize my feet with some coconut oil. I prefer coconut oil because it really works to soften the heel area as well as the rest of my feet. And you can use any coconut oil that you have, but this one I got from discount pharmacies. You need these kind of toe separators because they just make the gel application process just so much easier and neater if you are a beginner, because you can mess up if your toes touch. Now I'm using a lint-free wipe which has either acetone or sanitizer, whichever one you have, just to remove the oil that you just applied on your natural nails. What I'm applying to my nails right now is called nail prep, which helps to clean and sanitize the surface of the nail. I know that we have just cleaned our nails, but trust me. To be fair, you can actually skip this nail prep step, but yeah, I like being extra, so that's what it is. And now I'm about to use the best nail primer ever. This is an acid-free primer. That's very important because it's not going to damage your nails. and it just helps to promote nail enhancement adhesion, if that makes sense. So it's going to help the gel or the acrylic to stick to the nail. Right now I'm just applying a very thin layer of base coat. When you're working with gel, you need to make sure that each of your coats or your layers are thin. Okay, now I'm just applying the gel polish color. Again, very thin layers. You don't have to apply a white gel polish if you don't want to, but these gel polishes from Planet Nails are very long lasting and affordable, so I will link down the price and everything that I have used down in my description box, so you will find everything that you need on their website, or they have stores nationwide. It's just easier for me to go into the shop. After I'm done applying this first layer of gel polish color, I'm gonna cure under my UV lamp for 60 seconds. I'm not gonna show the second and third coat. I personally like to build up the color of my gel polish and cure each layer every single time. So that's what you need to do. Don't forget to cure your gel polish. So I just applied the gel polish on the cuticle, so I'm just going to take an orange stick and just slowly wipe off. So now it is 3 coats later. I am done. I'm about to apply the top coat / UV glaze. This is the only UV glaze that I use, the only non-wipe top coat. It is stain resistant. The shine lasts a very long time. Make sure that when you are applying a top coat that your nails are super dry. If they're not dry, then you will see some of the color on the brush, but I know you got this. Now for the last and final step, some cuticle oil to the cuticles that I've pushed and clipped off. This is just going to give them a bit of nourishment, and massage it in very gently. There you go, and you are done. This whole process takes me about 35 minutes, so this is something you can do on your self-care Sunday when you're just chilling. But thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it and leave a comment and subscribe.